guys, so I wanted to preface this video by saying I mean absolutely no disrespect to anybody that's going to be mentioned into this video. Now, here we have a notice that was posted by the idol group FUNxFUN. Notice regarding slander, defamation, harassment against affiliated talents. Now, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. They're basically saying that they'll take slander, defamation, and harassment seriously when it's directed towards this group and possibly EverConnect too, because EverConnect is the other male idol group under this company. Now, Imaginate is the same company that produces heroines. iLiFE, Yakose Amuse, Tenlin, and a whole bunch of other. They recently acquired Lady Baby, Chula, Akishibu Project. They are huge in the female idol circa. Which is interesting because it's also interesting that Death Doll Idol kind of popped up underneath this account because it also kind of involves him in a bit of a sense. Rewind back to August of this year, as of recording this. Nara Nodoka is forced to leave iLiFE days before their Nippon Budokan performance. Now, Budokan is a huge deal to iLiFE because it was their first performance and it was one of their biggest shots in big time. But you know who brought up this serious violation of the rules that Nara Nodoka was guilty of? A drama account known as Budokan, who basically subtly riled up all the parasocial male fans of Nodoka and basically harassed the poor girl out of the group. And it's like you let people harass everyone, harass a member of one of your biggest idol groups out of the group days before Budokan, to the point where she wasn't even allowed to be in the encore. She was not present in that encore. And yet, FUNxFUN, you defend to high end and take the defamation very, very seriously. And Nodoka wasn't even the only one that was targeted within iLiFE in that window before Budokan. Lily was demoted because of a similar violation. Death Doll basically targeted her with the same kind of drama bullshit that Budokan targeted Nodoka with. And I believe he also targeted Karen, which is another one, but she didn't get anything, thankfully, any punishment. And it's like, excuse me? After all that, you, in the same year, you decide FUNxFUN and ever confident are more important to protect from defamation and harassment than your biggest idol group who is going to Budokan? And this isn't even another, like, dress code. Just last month, dress code had 2 people who were outed because of rumors that surfaced of serious breach of contract. Nara Nodoka and Rena. One after another. First came Madoka, then came Rena. That violation, also under Imaginate, by the way, and supposedly produced by a former member of Yakose Amuse, Kagura Hinako. They were harassed out of the group by the rumor mill as well. And yet, they won't protect these 2. Or even let Hinako protect those 2. But they will protect FUNxFUN, a brand new male idol group. And there's also Chula, who had a breach of contract as well. In the same month. And that's not even the worst of it. Pokecommon also started to after he exposed, quote unquote, exposed Nodoka. He started to brag that this was his fifth expose on heroines. Because he was responsible for multiple idols getting, quote unquote, harassed out of the group and forced to be fired. Now, I don't know what goes on within Imaginate, but I would like an explanation as to why they're so quick to defend a new male idol group, and yet one of their biggest idol groups still gets targeted with harassment to the point where they bend over and do exactly what the harassers want. That's a bit of a double standard, don't you think? What if one of the members of FUNxFUN is dating, they'll go to bat for him immediately, and what happens if one of these boys are dating one of the girls? What happens then? Are you gonna kick both of them out, or is the guy allowed to stay? There's definitely a double standard going on within Imaginate and heroines, and I'm not liking where this is going, and I worry deeply for all the girls that are within iLiFE, and like all the girls that are within the heroine sphere, because if we mind to bring it up, heroines is a very popular group, and if we were to, I was just, I was doing some Googling before this, or Twitter searching. Heroines. Heroines is a huge freaking group. This was on May 6th. And it's only grown since then. And all this to just say, I want Imaginate to do a little bit better and not only protect these boys and Ever Confident. Let's see if I can bring up Ever Confident, because they are kind of, they are kind of involved in this whole thing too. I don't really follow them as much. Yeah, here's the other male group. I wanted to protect the boys and those girls because without all these girls, they wouldn't even have the budget to start branching out into male idols. iLiFE is one of their biggest idol groups. How are they not thinking to protect them from harassment and slander the same way they do with the boys? Do better. Please do better, Imaginate, heroines, everybody. Do it for your girls. Do it for your Oshis. Okay? And to Pokecommon and Death Doll Idol, cut the bullshit. It's not helping. You are not protecting the girls. You're just putting them in harm's way. If you've seen Oshinoko, you know very well that that kind of shit can get an idol killed. And I don't give Oshinoko very much credibility in terms of realism. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say, and I hope you will join me next time I decide to stream, because maybe I'll do a little bit of a tier list of iLiFE members, or nah, that won't do. I care about all the members too much, but maybe I'll do a tier list of all the heroines idol groups. We'll see what we'll play it by ear.